Welcome to the Central Texas Huddle on Lone Star Gridiron. I'm your host, Tony Blaylock. I'll be back with all the action from the state semifinal round of high school football in Central Texas right after these messages.
With open enrollment coming soon for Medicare, ACA, Obamacare, and small group plans for businesses with less than 100 employees, if you're in need of health insurance solutions, look no further than HAP Insurance Agency. Yes, HAP Insurance Agency is a fantastic resource right in the heart of College Station, Texas. Whether you're in retirement, a business owner, or simply looking for the best health coverage option, HAP Insurance Agency has got you covered. You can find them in College Station at 1551 Greens Prairie Road West, Suite 101A, or give Holly Pritchard a call at 972-897-0814. That's HAP Insurance Agency.
Looking to boost your company's marketing? Look no further than Fresh Media Works. Podcasting is the best way to promote your brand and increase your customer base. You can create your own show, be a guest on other podcasts, or advertise on existing podcasts to reach a valuable audience. Don't wait. Start elevating your marketing game today with Fresh Media Works. Call now, 713-269-4620, or find us online at freshmediaworks.com/podcasting.
I want to thank HAP Insurance of College Station, Fresh Media Works, and Nani Sweeterside for their sponsorship of today's Central Texas Huddle. So in the state semifinal round, first up in 6A D1, it was Westlake versus North Shore. Trailing 17-14, Westlake lined up for a Hail Mary on the final play of the game. The pass was batted in the air and caught by a North Shore defender for a pick six on the final play. North Shore ends Westlake's season in the state semifinals for the second consecutive year, this time by a score of 23-14. In 6A D2, it was Cibolo Still versus Humble Summer Creek. Summer Creek jumped on top early and cruised to a 38-14 win over Still. For Still, the stars of the game were Chad Warner, who was 23 of 37 passing for 287 yards and one touchdown. Jonathan Hatton had 22 carries for 101 yards and one touchdown. On the defensive side of the ball, Brian Burnett and Andrew Buck had 9 tackles apiece, and Jalen Morgan had 1 interception. In 5A D1, it was Smithson Valley versus Brownville Veterans Memorial. Smithson Valley jumped out to an early lead and coasted to a 49-21 win over Brownsville Veterans Memorial. The Rangers will be making their 4th appearance in the state title game, but their first since 2004. In 5A D2, it was Liberty Hill versus Port Neches Grove. Liberty Hill scored with 21 seconds left in the game to cut the Port Neches Grove's lead to 42-35. The onside kick failed, and the Panthers' season ends in the state semifinal for the second consecutive year following state title appearance in 2021. In 4A D1, third-year program Davenport incredible run comes to an end with a 33-56 loss to Tyler Chapel Hill. For AD2, it was Belleville versus Wimberley. Belleville led Wimberley 35-21 early in the fourth quarter. Wimberley scored midway through the quarter, but missed a PAT to cut the lead to 35-27. With 43 seconds left in the game, Chad Stover scored a 1-yard run to cut the Velvet lead to 35-33. On the 2-point attempt to tie the game, Stover's knee was rolled down just short of the goal line. The ensuing onside kick was recovered by Belleville, and the Bramos escaped with a 35-33 win over Wimberley. Our Steve Thomas caught up with Belleville head coach Grady Rowe after the game.
Coach, how's your blood pressure?
A little high right now, but super proud of our kiddos.
And that's the most points you've given up all season. What can you say about your team's resilience to hold off their rally?
Well, we tried to tell our kids, hey, they're going to score. They're going to be a really physical football team, the best team we've seen by far. And our kids just kept fighting and didn't give up. Obviously, down to the last stop.
Coach, you guys have been on the cusp of the state title before. Now that you've reached it, what's it like to finally get over that hump now and get to Cowboy State?
Well, right now it feels pretty good. And like I said, we're going to enjoy this thing, but we're going to be ready to go to work. But I'm so proud of our kids, so proud of our community. Did you see that crowd? Wow, they showed up.
What are some of the things you think you need to clean up heading into Arlington?
Oh, we've got to tackle better. We've got to get lined up properly a few times. They threw some things at us and exploited some things, but we're not used to that loud environment and some things that they were doing. We just got to tweak some things and not get so uptight and just play our football.
What was your plan coming in the game for handling Cody Stover?
Tackle him and be physical. He's a warrior, man. That dude he's what we refer to as a dude. He's a player, and man, he was tough to stop, and he did a heck of a job tonight.
I heard some of your coaches coming down from the press box saying like that's probably the best offensive line that you've faced this year.
Oh, by far, they were very physical, and they played extremely hard. They got after us pretty good.
Your guys were just as physical. What was the talk amongst the team heading into this game?
Well, they knew it would be tough. They didn't take them for granted. They knew it would be tough. They knew it would be a physical football game, and it was.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do you have a party coming up or just want a special gift? Check out Nani's Sweeter Side. Yes, Nani's Sweeter Side makes the most amazing custom-created sugar cookies with your design. They also offer paint your own cookies and decorate your own cookies. Those make an excellent sweet activity that you can sink your teeth into at parties. Nani's also offers some of the most amazing cupcakes ever. You can check out Nani's Sweeter Side at nanisweeterside.com. That's N-A-N-I. Check her out on Facebook. Just look for Nani's Sweeter Side. Or give her a call at 937-499-4790. At Nani's Sweeter Side, you'll find that happiness is homemade.
Hey, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, you're part of an elite group, the Brotherhood of Texas High School Football. All football players, past and present, who have ever suited up in the Lone Star State are eligible. Go to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood. And thank you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Thanks to Steve and Grady for that post-game interview. In 3A D1, it was Franklin versus Edna. Franklin defeats Edna in the state semifinals for the second consecutive year, this time winning 52-14. In 2A D2, it was two Central Texas teams, Mark versus Chilton. For the second consecutive week, the Mark Panthers rally from a halftime deficit to win. This time it was 38-24 over Chilton. For Mark, the stars were Demontrell Medlock, who was 5 of 11 passing for 180 yards and 1 touchdown. He had 21 carries for 123 yards and a touchdown. J.D. Bell had 24 carries for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Ethan Hawking had 4 receptions for 144 yards and 1 touchdown. For Chilton, it was Isaiah Redd, who was 12 of 26 passing for 313 yards and 2 touchdowns. DeCorian Evans had 9 carries for 114 yards and 1 touchdown. And Markadrick Taylor had 9 receptions for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. So now we move on to the state championship games. 5A D1, it will be Aledo versus Smithson Valley, Friday at 7 p.m. Give a bit of a preview of each game. Aledo's key players will be TCU commit quarterback Hoss Hingie and LSU commit running back linebacker Devon Keys. For Smithson Valley, I see the key players as being Texas commit wide receiver Freddie Dubose Jr. and safety punt returner Diego Davia. In 3A D1, it's going to be Franklin versus Malakoff Thursday at 3 p.m. For Malakoff, I see the key players as being quarterback Mike Jones and tight end, defensive end Demetrius Lewis. For Franklin, I see the key players as being running back Jaden Jackson and quarterback Court Lowry. 2AD2 is going to be Albany versus Mark Thursday at 11 a.m. And I see the key players for Albany as being running back defensive end Adam Hill and linebacker running back Jackson Hull. For Mark, the players to watch are running back linebacker J.D. Bell and quarterback defensive back DeMontrell Medlock. And one bonus game to look at here is six-man football, 1AD2, Benjamin versus Oglesby. Oglesby is just west of Waco. And that game will be played Wednesday at 2 p.m. For Benjamin, the key players will be Kyler Fawcett and Landon Williamson. And I see the key players for Oglesby as being Grayson Rigdon, two-time MVP of state games, playing his third consecutive state game, and Keegan Hayes. That's going to wrap it up for the Central Texas Huddle for this week. I want to thank Hap Insurance of College Station, Fresh Media Works, and 90 Sweeter Side for the sponsorship of the Central Texas Huddle. Be sure and tune in next week. We'll recap these 4 championship games.